not another quarterback in the NFC that I would take over Justin Fields in the next 5 years. The next 5 years, if you take Jalen Hurts off the table and you give me everybody else, you're not addressing the draft right now. I would take Justin Fields as a quarterback that I would want in the next 5 years in the NFL. Given what they've added this year, the potential they have next year.
Man, y'all know what time it is. It's our one-on-one matchup. Team in each different place. Play longer, harder, faster, but let's execute. Situation, third down, goes on, let's go to play. Win on 3, 1, 2, 3.
The Chicago Bears are on the clock with their loss to the Vikings and Houston's win over Indy in Week 18. Chicago now has the #1 overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. Chicago ending their season on a 10-game losing streak. Now the Bears will be picking first overall for the first time since 1947.
Just want to kick it off by thanking our players first. Having the 24-hour rule, flipping the page to the next one and just attacking it week by week. Was really proud on how he did throughout the season. Then my staff, as well as the entire organization, the effort that goes into going through a season, especially our first one, I thought they did a really good job. I thought my staff was relentless at trying to bring in talent throughout the process, and they did a nice job. And then to the fans, I was blown away this season at the stadium, around town, at restaurants, with the amount of understanding that they know with where this organization is and where it's headed. I appreciate their patience. I know they've been waiting a long time to sustain success for a long period of time. But I thought it was really cool to just meet a lot of people that understood where we were going and what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish.
The first pick, there are people that sit there and go, a quarterback might be available there. You're saying Justin's your guy.
Well, we're going to do the same as we've always done. We're going to evaluate the draft class. And I would say this, I'd have to be absolutely blown away to make that type of decision.
Ryan, specifically, do you want to see Justin Fields get better as a passer?
Yeah, just as a passer, just for things to slow down mentally and then be able to react and anticipate quicker. Obviously, with that, we also have to continue to build around him so that he can do that consistently as well.
What did you learn about him, just watching him kind of develop as that leader of this offense?
Yeah, resilient. A guy that has ownership, he has growth mindset. The amount of time that he put in with the coaches to continue to get better. The guy is hungry to be successful in this league.
What was your evaluation of your early evaluation of the free agent class?
Yeah, I was excited just spending time with those guys. Justin Jones, I thought, did a really good job. I thought he was a consistent playmaker through the season. With that front, I know there's a lot of questions on production in the pass game with sacks. I think that's a group that's got to work, just like O-line, you got to work together. It's not just one player. So, again, I'm excited to see him take the next step next year. But in terms of a steady piece that I thought made plays throughout the season, I thought he did that.
All right, if you're just joining us here on CBS Sports HQ, that is the Chicago Bears GM Ryan Poles reflecting on their past season. Again, they finished 3-14, now getting the #1 pick in the upcoming draft. This is how our senior draft analyst Ryan Wilson thinks things are going to shake out for Chicago. He projects.
We've got breaking news out of the NFL, and it is big. The Chicago Bears are trading the #1 overall pick to the Carolina Panthers in this year's draft. That's according to our lead NFL insider, Jonathan Jones. Chicago receiving a massive haul, which includes the #9 overall pick in this year's draft, a first-rounder in next year's draft. They also receive wide receiver DJ Moore, along with other future draft selections. This is the 13th time in the Common Draft era that the number 1 pick has been traded, and the first time since 2016. So, let's take a look at the new draft order as the Panthers and the Bears now moving. Panthers vault up to the number 1 pick, the Bears falling back to number 9.
On the clock.
Whoa, yeah. Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird jewelry. I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top 5. Take off them fabricated streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world outside. Take off your idols. Take off the runway. Take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro Pay. 5-day stay. Take a $250,000 hella follow. Take off the far flag. Take off perception. Take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure. Take off the unsure. Take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep. Take off the fake woke. Take off the I'm broke. I care. Take off the gossip. Take off the new logic that if I'm rich, I'm rare. Take off the should know. Take off the Doja. Take off the Birkin bag.
The Cardinals on the clock now.
What do you have? You ugly. You out of pocket. 2 ATMs. You stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about? Talk about us. You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up for us? Get back in pocket. The world in a panic. The women is stranded. The men on the run. The profits abandoned. The law take advantage. The market is crashing. The industry
the Indianapolis Colts are on the
they
clock.
making a mockery following us. This ain't Monopoly. Watching for love. This ain't monogamy. Y'all getting jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. Facts. All my descendants, they come in my sleep and say I am too real. Facts. I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal. Done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles. I know the feelings that came with burial
Now
cries.
the Seattle Seahawks are on the clock.
You out of pocket. 2 ATMs. You stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about? Talk about us. You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up for us? Serving up a look, dancing in a drop. Hello to the big step, but never lose a count. Venting in the safe.
On the clock now, the Detroit Lions.
Can I vent out my truth? I got nothing to lose. I got problems and booze. I can swim with my fate. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing whatever I make. Murder is stacking. The president acting. The government taxing my funds in the bank. Homies attracting the fence when I'm breaking. Look at my reaction. My pupils on skates. Hold up. Let's think about this for a second. Tell me what you would do for a
Now on the clock, it's the Las Vegas Raiders.
What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? You out of pocket, yeah, you out of pocket. You entertain the mediocre, need to stop it. You entertaining old friends when they toxic.
On the clock now, it's the Atlanta Falcons.
What the is council culture, dog? Say what I want about you. I'm like Oprah, dog. I treat you like I'm Jigga. Watch I own it, dog. Oh, you worry about a critic, that ain't protocol.
On the clock now, the Chicago Bears.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, it's Ryan Poles from the Chicago Bears. How you doing?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Just calling to ask you a question. I want to know if you want to be a Chicago Bear.
I would love to. I would love to.
That's awesome, man.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Good. We're excited, and we're trying to build something special here, and we think you can help us get that done.
Most definitely. I would love to get the job done.
Awesome.
Got to.
A little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down. Universal sound when we hold the pound. Take a look around when we touch the town. Not the way stomping in my boat.
I'm quarterbacking like I'm
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Bears and the Dolphins coming up next.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people, but I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Ready.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tua. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over here on the INT.
There's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
On first down, it's Fields. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards.
I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still nice to know that he's still got it.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big nose guard in there and a gap's trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, it gives the back plenty of space to pick and choose where to go.
And there, a great inside run, broke the contact and got some space. Give him a...
Not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Gain of 17. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken. Second down now. This defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. From the 17, Thompson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
On second down, that was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity.
He's got his tight end long. Touchdown, Miami. Hunter Long, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have moved out in front.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs
more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 75 yards. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces?
The football inside the red zone. That's the good news, but they're facing a 3rd and 5, so a full 5 yards to go here to see if they can pick it up. From the gun on 3rd down. Hart. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello? And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ford. Touchdown Bears! A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bears have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of this. For this defensive unit, they're down but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this 3rd down stop in the 3rd quarter? Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on 4th. Thompson, desperation time. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 31 yards. And the defense does have the lead. Decent amount of time on the clock, and the defense has all 3 timeouts. So can the offense manage things and milk this clock away? It's time to find out. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Treston Ebner ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Bears have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on third and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on fourth. Here's Thompson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This offense has the fourth quarter lead. It's a 2-score game now. This field goal attempt coming up, if they convert it, would make it a 3-score game. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result only... Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.